Okay, so my topic for my creative project was how family communication affects mental health in children and young adults. From my research, I found that children that grow up in households where it's communication oriented rather than conformity or conforming oriented, those children are more likely to be open with their emotions and not have as many mental health issues in the future because they're able to talk to their parents about the things that they're feeling and the struggles that they're going through. Children that grow up in conformity households where it's not okay really to talk about your emotions, where parents are more concerned about being the boss and stuff, they're more likely to have those mental health issues where that will follow them into adulthood. Not that children that don't have that, grow up in the opposite, can't have that. It's just a little easier to treat because they're not taught that they shouldn't speak their mind. Kids that are able to speak openly with their parents are more easily able to speak to a therapist or be honest with themselves and be honest to their peers and help other people that are struggling. So it kind of just is, those are the two kind of, and how mental health can also affect your relationships with other people and your relationships when you, like romantic relationships, when you start dating and getting into trying to get married or whatever. It, not being able to speak about your emotions and having these mental health problems can lead to unhealthy attachment styles like being anxiously attached, or having the being avoidantly attached. It just kind of depends on the person. And so for my project, I wrote a magazine type thing where I explained what my topic was, I explained the research, and then I explained I interviewed two people. I interviewed a few, but I only wrote about two of them. They had one person grew up in a family where they weren't really allowed to talk about where it was kind of shunned or shameful to speak about their emotions. So they grew up not being able to do that really. And now he's 28 and he's just now going to therapy and trying to be able to navigate adulthood and navigate an adult relationship with all these underlying mental health problems that followed him from his childhood. And then I interviewed another lady who grew up where she could talk to her family. It was really good to talk to your family. Her family was her main support system, and she is now trying to teach her children how to communicate well in her now family. And so it was very interesting to learn about the two different things, and then it translates the scholarly information into a way that is easy for almost anyone to understand, because it's not written like a scholarly source, but it is, young adults can read it, adults, guardians, anyone could read it and kind of just get an easy, like an intro into why communication is so important in mental health.